says, "And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from the other, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye, blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels." While this prospect might seem unpleasant to some, perhaps to a son of fire, one man's heaven is another man's hell. Progress and change have long bred undue resentment.
I let us one us. They take everything we had, but not just from us, from our fathers, and from our fathers' fathers, and from our fathers' fathers' fathers. Yeah, and from our fathers' 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 fathers. They want to send us like this one. And what have they ever given us in return? The aqueduct? What? The aqueduct? Oh, yeah, they did give us that. And the sanitation. Oh, yeah, the sanitation. Remember what the city used to be like. The whole lot of growing through the aqueduct and sanitation are two things that are on the danger. And the roads. Well, yeah, obviously the roads. I mean, the roads go without saying, don't they? But not the sanitation, the aqueduct, and the road irrigation. Medicine. Education. Yeah, all right, fair enough. And the mine. Yeah, that's something we really missed the Romans left. Public baths. And it's safe to walk in the streets at night now, Reg. Yeah, they tell you how to keep order. They say you're the only one who's good in a place like this. All right, for the park, for the sanitation, the medicine, education, wine, plumbing, order, irrigation, road, the fresh water system of plumbing else. What have the Romans ever done for us?
So to those viewers who are now thinking, I knew it, finally, proof that the world is being conquered in the name of Lucifer, I have this to say. Whatever the case, remember to keep a balanced perspective, and always put things in historical context. When the revolution began, the world was already in the devil's grasp. Knowledge itself had been outlawed. The earth was flat, and the sun revolved around it, for this was the center of the universe. Galileo died under house arrest for daring to declare otherwise, and it took the church until 1992 to formally admit that Galileo was right. Between the kings and the Pope, an iron grip was held on the bodies and minds of the people. Millions were burned at the stake or tortured for the most trivial offenses. In many ways, the Brotherhood can be said to have raised Europe from the Dark Ages. Men of vision dreamt of a noble society where man would be free to be himself. Much work was done, much blood was shed, and society undoubtedly improved. At first. Now, as the final revolution approaches, a disturbing trend is occurring. The economic stability of the world is collapsing before our eyes, with almost every nation in spiraling debt to a cabal of banking families. Many countries are enacting anti-terrorism legislation. In the U.S., the Constitution is almost a relic. As for the surveillance network that is being erected, the monarchs and dictators of times past would simply drool with envy. I ask you, friend, what sort of world will emerge from the cocoon? Will there really be light at the end of this tunnel of worldwide revolution? Or will the clock stop at 1984? Let us hope or pray that the words of Senator Barry Goldwater prove myopic. Those who seek absolute power, even though they seek it to do what they regard as good, are simply demanding the right to enforce their own vision of heaven on earth. And let me remind you, they are the very ones who always create the most hellish tyrannies. Absolute power does corrupt, and those who seek it must be suspect and must be opposed. Their mistaken course stems from false notions of equality, ladies and gentlemen. Equality, rightly understood, as our founding fathers understood it, leads to liberty and to the emancipation of creative differences. Wrongly understood, as it has been so tragically in our time, it leads first to conformity and then to despotism. Will these words prove prophetic? Will the new boss be the same as the old boss? Let's not get fooled again. It is my sincere wish that you have enjoyed this video and that it has provided you with food for thought.